So one of the gigs that I worked on today, and the two that I worked on were survey videos. The first one, the minute I went to go to what is real popular by YouTube content creators, that they're always giving this one a thumbs up, is called Branded Surveys. So I went there first. As soon as I went on to Branded Surveys, somebody, I guess it was a pop-up and I didn't know it, and they said it was somebody called Haas or something like that. They were also, and they were immediately like $25 per survey. Okay, $25 and up per survey. So that's the only thing that was on the screen, so I had to click on it. Okay, and the minute I got on it, it started letting me know up front that I was going to be asked questions about, myself and my medical history and stuff like that. Okay, I says, well, if that's my way of building a profile, that's fine. I get on there, I'm giving all this information about myself, and I'm on there for like 20 minutes. Well, not 20 minutes, but about probably at least 10. Just giving all my information about myself. And now we're getting into the survey, and they ask me all them questions over again. Everything they just asked me about myself is also part of the survey. So they're asking me questions to start the survey. Then they're going to ask me them same questions again. And so when it got down to the part of them asking me about brands, and after they got done asking, finally got done asking me all about myself again, now they're asking me about brands of things, and they must have asked me about my high school college adventure twice. I mean, like every time, like even Branded Surveys, when I finally got a hold of them, they asked me about my college experience twice. No, 4 times. 4 times. They asked me about my college experience. Okay, I did 2 surveys for them. In each survey, they told me that, it looks like you're not with the survey once or something like that, so would you like to do another survey? Yes. After twice, I said, I'm not doing another survey. Same thing with Haas, whatever you call them. They got me on there asking all these questions, and now they got me like, I know what they're doing now, because it's like any survey I do for free. And I'm upset about this with YouTube. Now recently, I did not renew my premium subscription, because right now I have to reserve any money that I might get lucky to come in. I have to reserve that for other things. So my YouTube premium being, they couldn't wait. They had to mess with it early, or mess with it in a different time, in a month. They got to wait. I'm not ready to renew it yet. Okay. So the minute and as time further goes on where I'm not renewing my subscription to premium, I'm a YouTuber, but I'm not renewing my subscription to premium, I'm getting a lot of people that are responding outside of YouTube to what I look at on YouTube. So I went to these survey videos on YouTube, and this is not advertising mail. This is content creators telling you about all the different type of survey that you can take. Well, before I went to Branded Surveys, that's the first one I picked today, I look at my email and there's all these people on there offering me to do surveys. I'm like, where'd they get this information? All of a sudden it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all these people asking me to do surveys. And usually the surveys, they want you to do them, and they don't, what they're doing is they're, in branded surveys is doing it too. Now all these, I listened to about 4 different YouTube creators who told me, branded surveys was one of the thumbs up. Okay. Now I have to do more. Before I call them all a scam, I have to do more. But what I don't like is the idea that somebody or 100 people or more on YouTube are telling you to do things that they found out were a scam, and they don't tell you that. So, I'm figuring, I could do surveys. That's easier. I'll tell you about your product or whatever. I'm thinking, But first of all, I'm a little troubled by the fact that all this goes to my email, and I'm not inviting anybody to go to my email. All this is going to my email. And then when you do a survey, what they're doing is they're even branded surveys. They just did it to me. They had me do surveys, and then they decided that they don't want to pay me for doing the survey. Oh, they had me do the whole complete survey, and then turn around and tell me, well, the survey is not what to... Well, you should have stopped ahead of time. I already did the survey. I deserve... You promised to pay me for doing the survey. But you're not paying me. But I did the survey, and now you're going to use my information, and I guarantee you, I'm going to get tons. Matter of fact, let me look at my phone. I'm telling you, I'm going to get tons of blow-ups on my email. Survey. Come do this survey. They're going to want me to do all these surveys. And I'm mad about that, Watch this. So, let's see here. Let me see. Okay. That's jobs. Medical coding school. That's from a survey. Medical coding school. eBay. That's from a survey. Promotions. Earn Haws. That was the branded surveys. Welcome back. So they can send more of my information out there. Survey Junkie. Now, that's one of the people that I'm supposed to go to that the content creators say is a thumbs up. And, I went to them. Now, the only one on here, Prolific, was another one I went to. Now, they're a little bit more sophisticated than branded surveys and that. So, Prolific, they want more technical information out of you. And what I don't like about Prolific is Prolific kept asking me about my race. I'm about ready to cuss. Why does that matter? I'm an American. I gave you my country name. Why you keep asking me about my race? And then when I go into the survey, the race, and then before the survey's over, you're asking me again about my race. And then this is what they're doing too. Now, this might be because of the what do you call them? Trump deportations. This might be because of the deportations. See what I mean? And even if it is, that's bad. Because the surveys don't only, you know what I'm saying? Well, they might be saying that because you can't say, if you're being deported, if you're not a legal citizen in the United States while Trump is doing deportations, you can't say that the United States is your country name. Maybe that's what that's for. So, okay. And I think that's bad. But, if you were letting them do that earlier, okay, but see, they're not saying that you can't be, well, they do say, or Spanish. But they say Hispanic too. Well, hold up. Most Hispanics are Americans. That's why they're called Hispanic. They're not illegal aliens. Most Hispanic people are Americans. They're mixed. They're like American Spanish mixed or something like that. Let me look it up. What is it? What is it? What is Hispanic? Okay, I don't know why they're trying to like hate. Why they keep saying, "Oh, well, you're not of Hispanic origin." Or what's the matter? That bothers me, man. Like, what if I was Hispanic? Why do you care? Then they kept asking me about my gender. Then they went from asking me what my gender was to asking me what gender do I identify as. Talk about me getting mad, man. Woo! Okay. Hispanic refers to people who have ancestry from a Spanish-speaking country or territory, regardless of race. Duh. Okay, so why does that matter? Okay, and I could understand if they asked me for that in my initial profile, but these are questions that over and over and over and over again they kept asking me. So what if I had said I was white? Then they would ask me again, white and no Hispanic origin, right? I mean, like, what? I don't understand what's going on. So what I'm finding out is that, first of all, these it's just like when you do them payday loans, and this is what sucks. And I've survived on payday loans for years, and I finally got to the place where I could stop using them. After my divorce, I mean, I became the payday loan junkie. And when one payday loan, I would go in debt with one payday loan because something happened. I got laid off or something and couldn't finish the loan. And then, so I went to another one and another one. And what they do, unless you pick that one that nobody really is paying attention to, but even the most popular ones, you hit one payday loan, your information is out there, and you don't know how many people know your card number, like your account number, your routing number, and that. I just recently had stuff come to my bank card, my bank debit card, that I had to get a new card. They put my card on lock. This is the second time this happened to me within the last 10 years. They had to put my account on lock and make me order a new card because there was stuff that's coming out of my account. And I'm like, and they're asking me like, well, did you give anybody your card number? I said, no. I don't feel I should have to tell my bank everybody I gave my card number to, but you do when this stuff happens. And they caught it. I didn't see it because, I'm broke. When my bank account reaches a certain level, I don't worry about it till I put more money in there. And so it's coming down to this level, and they're thinking, wait a minute, we need to, so they sent me an email, and I'm thinking they're always sending me emails, so I didn't look at the email. And they sent me a statement and wasn't on the statement. So when the lady called me, she saved me from going all the way downtown Pittsburgh just to come all the way back here empty-handed because my bank account was on lock. So I called her on the phone, and I ended up sitting in the house for 7 days before I could use my bank card. Okay? Because somebody that I shared my bank card with, they shared my information with somebody else, and I think one of them was Bridget. That's why I shut down my business with Bridget and Dave. I had a Dave card before I got business with Bridget. Now, Bridget helped me get this beautiful loan. Okay? And I survived for a course of this year because of a loan. I was so much in debt. I was almost homeless. Okay? And the day that I was supposed to have my last court hearing, that next court hearing would have been for me to definitely get an eviction. And Bridget offered me this loan by this company called Op Loans. And I feel really bad because when my card went on lock, that meant that Op Loans couldn't take any more money off my debit card, and I had to call Op Loans and apologize for what happened. But see, Bridget also, they got me a good loan, but they also got people coming and coming after my money, getting in. They're also letting people sneak in, and this is something that's bad about the internet. Even with Google, like, why the F do I need to select private settings when it comes to my personal Google account? That's common sense. Why should I have to select that? Okay, that tells me that Google doesn't mind sharing your information with other people, with other companies and that. And then if they share that information, oops, there's a lot of going on here. And I'm getting ready to talk about some other lies going on the internet in a minute. But, the point is, trying to make money online, you really have to find out who's legit and who's not. And this is the sad truth. If they don't want to pay you, this is the difference between. Now, I think the gigs, if you can get on a gig, I think they pay you more and faster, and you can make more money from some of the gigs. And a lot of people don't know what I mean when I say that. Then you can, like, if you work for Amazon online or whatever, because you're not going to get your money to the end of the week or whatever. You may make $30 to $75 a pop if you can do something like DeepSeek. Man, that's some hard stuff. I try to watch these people do DeepSeek, and then as soon as I watched that DeepSeek video, and this guy, he did some real complicated stuff to get DeepSeek to work for him, and he's like talking about $100. They paying you $100 a pop. And I'm looking at what he did, and I'm thinking they better pay him $100 a pop. My God, that's a lot he did. And okay, dude, like, what if I don't want to? What if that gardening is not what they're asking for? Okay, so as soon as I got out of that video, all these videos popped up on YouTube about DeepSeek is finished. DeepSeek is finished because DeepSeek happens to be a Chinese thing that is a threat to the U.S. Because DeepSeek is, I guess it's more than just people getting on there and helping them with information. Now, to me, we should be able to do this with every country. I should be able to go to China and get information about stuff in China, just like Americans are giving them information about things here in America. If that's not the case, then I think it's wrong. If DeepSeek is wrong, if I can't go to Chinese stuff and get information about China that could help me here in America. See what I'm saying? It goes both ways. If it doesn't go both ways, yes, I think, and I'm wondering if it's Donald Trump that has a problem with DeepSeek, because just last year when I was hearing about DeepSeek, I didn't even know it had anything to do with China. And then all of a sudden, Donald Trump gets in office, and it's like, how Trump is about China. His relationship with China is broken. Now, I do believe in the past, Trump was doing everything with China. China was working as one of Trump's slaves. But now that they've been stabbing the U.S. in the back by overcharging us and trying to, steal America from up under us and all that kind of stuff. And if you listen to the news and watch the news and interpret what you're looking at, you'll see Trump is right. They've been trying to be slick. They've been robbing us, and they've been overcharging us and everything else. And Trump was like, I ain't, So I guess he ain't in friends with China anymore. But I remember back in 2016 when he was first running for office, he was all things China. And he might even have property in China. I don't know. I know I know Trump got a lot going on with China, but now he's also against China. I don't know, but all I'm saying is we're constantly moving. We're going. We got. What do we got now? We got Gemini. We got Chat GBT. And what's the biggest one? There's Chat GBT. And there's another one that I signed up with. Prolific did give me, okay. See, Prolific treat me pretty good, but they just ain't they turned down my hickey, but they did actually, okay. I'm gonna go back to them. I don't know if I'm gonna go back to branded surveys or not. I'm going back to Prolific though. But I have a free version of Chat GBT, and I have something else. They should be all up here together, but they're not. I have another one. That Gemini, I have that too, I think. And I just saw an ad. There it is. I do have Gemini. Yeah, I have Gemini too. And I saw an ad here on YouTube. An ad that they give you when you don't pay your premium. It's a good Gemini ad, but what we're seeing is, the internet is not as safe as it should be, is what we're seeing. And people are doing things with AI that they shouldn't be doing. There should be laws about what you can do with AI. People are using AI to lie on Trump and lie on Elon. They're even lying on the news. If news is honest, they're going to lie about it. Okay? If it's already a lie, they're going to exaggerate about the lie they already told. Okay? Like Elon, Elon's in trouble because, make it stop. But there's so much going on. And we got to be careful, folks. We got to be careful. I'm still determined to find me a remote gig to start off with. And I'm going to find a remote job I'm going to start the gig first. And I'm also going to do some online training. There's some people that are in my emails that are constantly bugging me, like they really, really, really want me to participate. And I don't want to participate because I don't believe in paying money before I know that I'm going to make money. Okay? You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in that. Now, if you tell me that I'm going to make money, you tell me up front, I'm going to make money, and then it's going to cost me $6 and point some cents in order to transfer that money. Or it's going to cost me $20 and some cents to transfer that money. Now, if that $20 is half of what I made, how often are you going to do this? You need to tell me in the terms and conditions that that's only a one-time thing. See? I don't mind people that accumulate wealth making sure that they keep their wealth and making sure that everything that they invest pays for itself. That's fine. That's business. That's the way you become a millionaire or billionaire. That's the way it's done. But don't cheat people. Don't cheat people. You can make as much money as you want. This is why money is criticized by Christians. And a certain amount of criticism also coming from the Bible. Now, Christians criticizing money and wealth, that goes both ways. Okay? The Bible, it criticizes it and it also warns you. It doesn't criticize riches or wealth. It warns you about riches and wealth and the dangers of it. And this is one of the dangers of it right there. You're trying. You know, these people, this is the thing. These people that are online, they're using your desire to get rich or your desire to make fast money, which could be a good desire, but if you're in my situation, it's a needy desire. I need it. I need a little side hustle. I have to have it. I need a little side hustle. Okay, I need it. All the times that I could have used the side hustle, I didn't care because, you know, everything's good, but I need a side hustle right now. But what they're doing is they're looking at it like, they're looking at y'all and me like we're all junkies, that we want to do anything to make a buck. We'll do anything and we'll give away everything to make a buck. We're so stupid. And I'm like, no, I'm not that stupid. Okay. How many times do I need to put my information in there for you to continue to survey? And let's talk about other things other than my personal information. Because if you have my address, you can send me mail that I don't want to. You got 100 people out there or 1,000 different advertisers out there sending me mail to my address that I don't want to receive, sending me mail to my email address that I don't want to receive, calling me on the phone, bugging me, and I don't, oh God, I hate that. Okay. Now, some of y'all are looking at this because y'all don't worry about what you do online. You know, other than YouTube Shorts. You're not a YouTuber. You're not into content creating or anything like that. So you think it's all dumb. You're not part of the groups of people that are making a fortune off of YouTube. You're not one of them people that are online. And this is where I close at right here. If you stop ignoring what I'm talking about, if you watch my video, leave a comment. I want to know what you know. The purpose of putting comments on people's channels is so that you can help them. And if you find some, like let's say that somebody's doing a song. You think that the song, you know. One of the best pieces of information that I ever got years ago was criticizing me because I was always using my phone to do YouTube. And someone said something about it. Okay? And they let me know that there were things showing up on their end of the screen that I can't see when I use my phone. I didn't know that. Okay. Another one was turn your face away from the camera a little bit. Back up from the camera a little bit. The audio will be better if you back up from the camera a little bit. Just tell me the truth, you know. Another one was when you go and you view other channels and you put them on your channel, why don't you speed them up a little bit so that the video doesn't take so long? And people were honest with me. And some of them, they were smearing me, so I knew that they were content creators. They were smearing me but giving me good advice at the same time. They ran a smear campaign against me because they don't like me talking about Jesus, and they don't like me talking about Donald Trump, and they don't like me talking about trans people and all that kind of stuff. So they were smearing me, you know, and they, you know. But they were also giving me some good advice as far as how to do YouTube content and all like that. And I'm following their advice, okay? Just like this. I got one of these. And you'll notice the difference between this camera view and this one. Now, I've had this for about 2-3 years. Okay. And I got a comment from one of the people that were smearing me when I got this item and plugged it into my computer. And I plugged it into 3 different computers so far. And, or 3 different laptops, I should say. And this right here is a really good item that makes my screen. If you notice some of my videos, if you notice this video isn't as nice in HD as some of my other videos, it's because I'm not using this. You see, it's disconnected. It's right here. Okay, so depending on the lighting, but the reason this is not that expensive, because a lot of stuff tells you how to light it when you know, to control your lighting around it when you have it. And other stuff like this, you have to play around with your lighting. Like I got this item here, which I don't know why I don't have it on. See that right there? That right there. I got this at Walmart. This right here. This here. And it actually gives you the right amount of light instead of that big, you know. And so, see, the shadow in the background isn't that big when I use this little tiny little LED lamp. Okay, whereas I use my regular lamp. Well, it's LED too, but. And then I have a regular 100 volt bulb right there. And it has, like, I didn't realize that these LED ones that they sell at Walmart, I didn't realize that they have stronger light than your regular 120 volt bulb. That bulb is kind of yellowish compared to this. This is like totally white. So, but look at the lighting though when I turn this on. Look at it. It's amazing. And it clears up the whole picture. Whereas I turn it off, okay, I go back to being yellow. And then you can do it different ways too. You can make this yellow. Look at that. Let me see here. Look at that. You have that, and then you have that, and then you have yellow. I like that right there, the yellow. Now that's yellow, like the bob. Now that's the bob mode. But, you know, it's closer to me than a bob. And then we have this mode, which makes me a little bit more blue. Okay, and I think there's 2 levels of that. Now that's the highest level right there. But anyway, I'm going back to yellow. I like the yellow. But, you know, that's that. In closing, leave a comment. Like, share, and subscribe. I want you to help me build my YouTube channel. I want you to help me get my online gigging and working going on. I want you to help me start a financial life for myself here on YouTube, as well as in the city, the neighborhood. I've been honest with you about, you know, going all the way back to my days of working with Amway. I've been honest with you. There's no reason why you should look at my videos and say, I ain't interested in what he's talking about. This is, no. If you've been here more than once, you need to leave a comment and tell me something. I don't mind criticism. And I don't mind helpful criticism. And I don't mind, and I want to know your experience and what you're going through. What, if you've done any of the stuff I'm talking about, or you've been involved in any of the stuff I'm talking about, I need you to talk to me. Okay? Let's help each other. Okay? But be careful about, you know, them surveys, because none of these people telling you about doing surveys online, they didn't tell you about this. They didn't tell you about, they're more about, they're getting on the more religious, flamboyant, pagan side of things with these surveys. They're trying to they're trying to find information. You don't know who's leading these surveys. Some of these surveys are most of them are just trying to get your information so that they can sell you something. And, and you don't know if some of them are getting your information so they can steal your identity, number two. And then thirdly, a lot of them are getting your information because they're trying to create alternate societies. And it's more of a research into alternate societies. That's why they went from, I done said how many times did I let them know I'm a man, and they kept coming back with that. What is your gender? I said, I'm a man. I'm male. But they kept coming back again. It's almost like, what is that? When you keep asking somebody something to mess with their mind. I'm a male. What, am I lying? Do I look okay? I'm a male. And then after they asked me that about like 6 times, they finally said, oh, well, how do you identify? I'm like, oh. And I had to put on there, I identify as a man. Where are they going with this? What's going on? See you soon with more.